What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new video. It's another late day in the office here. I figured I'd make this video because I don't think I've ever shown a video like this. And this is kind of like a hindsight is 2020 kind of thing with this video, where basically a lot of you guys see the sales methods that I show on Redbubble. You guys will see a lot of my different suggestions, a lot of my different guides, but you don't really see the results of it as much. I mean, I have shown sales screenshots and things like that before, but this video is a little bit differently. I figured I wanted to, you know how in March, I create new stores every month. So I took the store, created in March. You guys know 60 designs a day, every day. People who watch my channel consistently know what I'm talking about. I'll just go ahead and go deep into everything in this video. I'm basically going to be showing the screenshots of how the activity dashboard kind of looks like within the account during the 60-day the 30-day period of uploading versus how it looks on the like today, basically how it looks, and there is a difference. So I figured I'd show this now. Something that I do want to say is, during the uploading process, I did not think I was gonna make this video. I just had luckily took a screen grab, by just chance. And so I found that screen grab today, and then I figured, why don't I take a screen grab today and kind of compare it? So I'll go ahead and show you guys what I did here. Now, second screen grab was on a different device, so it does look a little bit different, like a little more zoomed in, but it doesn't really matter. You guys are going to see it regardless. So just to give an FYI for everybody who does not know, I do Redbubble. Redbubble is one of the side hustles that I have fun doing. I use it purely as a side hustle to make side income. I do a lot of work on it, absolutely, but I have there's a method to my madness, right? I say the same things over and over in every video, 60 designs per day, every single day. I have a process on that. For people who don't know about the whole process, all that kind of stuff, I have a website, autopilotpassiveincome.com. All the resources are there. You can, watch it, go on the website. POD design course, if you want to learn how to design 60 designs per day quickly without doing the niche research, etc., it's there. The design course, $39.99. Redbubble tag course, $39.99 as well, to learn how to tag optimally. So this is for Redbubble, okay? So, because I know some people are going to say, well, what if this, what if that? Every single thing that I know that comes from tagging, titling, the SEO aspect, and also the designing aspect is shared in the courses, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into what the account looked on the 6th of March. So the 6th of March is when I was generating about, a few sales by then, right? You could see here, here it says an hour ago, 9 hours ago, and this was on the 6th. So 9 hours ago, a day ago, and that was kind of like 4 sales generated in about a 24-hour period. And then here we have somebody favorited the work, and then favorited, and then somebody bought, and then you have a bunch of favorites after that. Something that I'll say is that as you're uploading, if you're doing the same exact methods that I am, where I'm uploading 60 designs a day every day, if you're tagging properly, if you're titling your products properly, if people are finding your products, okay? And by the way, I just have a general rule. I say this all the time. But if you're not getting at least one visitor a day on an established store per design, you're probably doing something wrong when it comes to your tagging, your titling, something. You're doing something wrong, drastically wrong. Titling, tagging, etc. If you think about it, it's not that hard to achieve. One visitor a day now, a lot of people, what they do is they start off using the automators and things like that, and they treat all the platforms the same. Huge mistake. Now, am I saying you can't use the automators? Absolutely not. You absolutely can use the automators, but that will cause problems for you later down the road if you don't learn the differences between each platform, because a lot of people will use the automation softwares. They think that they're, killing 2 birds with 1 stone, or 5 birds with 1 stone, as that matter of fact, but they're really not, because the tag structure that they're using is for a certain platform that might work well on a certain platform but does not work well on others. So there are some situations with that. But regardless, 60 designs a day, every day, for me, was what I do. And by the time the store is established, so roughly 6 to 8 months in the future, it should be getting at least one visitor per the amount of design it's getting. So, for example, if I created 500 designs, after 6 to 8 months of those 500 designs being completed, every single day I should be getting 500 visitors, and that is a good amount, right? If I get double that amount, let's say 1,000, that is a great amount. I always say double is great. Single, like this, just a view per design is great. It's okay. It's good, right? Anything lower than that, it's okay, but it's not amazing. It's not good. I wouldn't say it's good at all. It's okay, right? Because what that means is you would need somebody to view something 100 times to get a 1% conversion rate. Does that make sense? So just keep that into consideration, all right? Now, what I'm saying basically is as you're uploading, through this frenzy of uploading, at least what I experienced, is you're getting a lot of people to interact with your work. Now, there is this behavior on Redbubble, for those who don't know, through bots and apps. I might as well just open up incognito tab here, botsandapps.gumroad.com. People that don't know this, there's a certain software out there on Redbubble that allows you to favor other people's work. And the whole concept is if you favor other people's work in other industries and other niches, you're not really creating competitors for yourself, but you're favoriting other people's work. And what they do is they return the favor and they favorite the work back. This might have happened to you numerous amount of times. There's a lot of profiles on Redbubble that do the exact same thing, and they're really, really big profiles. I'm talking thousands and thousands of designs on their profiles with thousands of followers and thousands of favorites. What they do is they go out there and they favorite people's works all day. Now, there's no human being sitting behind the computer. They're getting a software to do the job for them. And basically what the software is doing is they're going out there and they're favoriting people's works. And the more favorites that they send out, the more favorites that they get to their work. And they're not favoriting people's in their, their own kind of niche or whatever it is. They're typically favoriting people who are uploading works, things like that. And what they're doing is the people who are seeing that, oh my God, I just got a favorite on my work, they go ahead and favorite the other person's work back. Now, they know that the Redbubble algorithm will favor, in terms of, being presented through the ranking, typically a design that gets more favorites can potentially rank more. It's not always the case. I don't want to sit here and say it's always the case. However, if we're not taking sales into consideration, if we're not taking keywords into consideration, when you have two designs, one has more favorites than the other, that could be an indication to Redbubble that one may serve the audience better given the specific keywords, right? And there are, like I said, different scenarios in which this occurs, but there's a lot of accounts that do this, and so when you get a lot of these favorites as you're consistently uploading, that will happen. It's not, abnormal. It's not, out of the blue. So, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes, but regardless, that's what happened. That's why you see a lot of favorites in the beginning. But I think on the day 6 is when I decided to take the screenshot because I noticed this was a pretty good record for the 6th of March. To keep this in, for you guys to kind of like think about this is what happened is by the 6th day. So if you do 6 times 60, you're looking at 360 designs at this point is what generated this amount of sales. And we're talking about in 6 days, okay? Next, then here on all of March was uploading season. So to be clear, when I upload designs, guys, I take a store 1 month at a time, okay? And typically I won't go back to that store unless I'm uploading one specific design for that store on a month. I'll explain why that is in just a minute, but that's just my style. And for those who watch the channel consistently, they know exactly what I'm talking about. All of March is uploading season for that specific store. Not for all stores, just that store. So every single day, without kind of breaks, that's what's going to happen. My end total at the end of the store was 1839. It should have been 1860. However, 21 designs were taken down for trademarks or whatever the issue might be, right? And no, I don't do trademarked like video game or TV trademark type designs. However, when I do create certain designs, there might be a certain keyword that is copyrighted or trademarked that I'm not aware of or I wasn't paying attention to, and it gets caught into the machine. Now, a lot of people ask me real quick, How do I create my 60 designs per day? Like I said, I know this question is going to come up. How do I create my 60 designs per day? Do I sit there all day and doing it? Absolutely not. I've said this before. I have other side hustles. I have other things that I do. I have websites. I have blogs that I, produce income from. I'm not going to sit here and work on t-shirts all day. What I do is literally a half hour. It takes me a half hour to design all my work with the niche, everything included. We're talking niche research, designing, all that stuff. Half hour. I share how I do that in my Redbubble design course. So, and by the way, if anybody wants any of these courses, the links will be in the pinned comment. And all courses are $39.99. We always update them, one-time payment, etc. I'm just saying because I know people are going to ask, so might as well put it out there. Anyways, so when I talk about this, it takes an incredible amount of consistency, effort to get this actually done. There are so many days where I say, I don't want to do this, I'm tired, whatever, but I get it done anyway, regardless. You guys know I'm a relatively consistent person. It's very, very rare that I'll miss an upload day for whatever reason, and it doesn't take too long. So my rule is after the month is over, I will go back and upload just one design every month for one day. That's it. What I mean by that is, for example, when, and I didn't do it this month yet, but it will be 1840 after 1 month. After 2 months, it'll be 1841. After 3 months, it'll be 1843, 1842, whatever, etc. You guys get the point. The reason why I do that is just to make sure, almost like in a kind of a login kind of way, to show Redbubble that I'm at least logging in once a month, okay, in a 30-day period. So now we're going to see the screenshot of after a month and 10 days how the account looks like. So you can see here, this is the screenshot. I cleared everything out that is important. My product titles through the iPad little feature here, like the draw feature, the edit feature, whatever you want to call it. And you can see here on this screenshot, just after a month and 10 days, there's a lot less, getting the likes from different accounts, and there's a lot more purchases. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that, if everybody starts uploading 60 designs per day, this is going to work for you. I'm not saying that because at the end of the day, like I said, for those who don't know, there was a period of time where I was not doing well on Redbubble, and I had to figure out what works on Redbubble. And I'd sit down, I'd study the algorithm for literally hours on end for over 60 days. I had to sit down, I had to study, and I had to figure out, how do I make this work? How can I get somebody to buy my products? And that's what I call kind of my success soup, and I'll talk about that in a minute because there's many ingredients to it, but I'll talk about that, like I said, in just a second. But regardless, if you start uploading like this, there's no guarantee of these results. You have to realize that there's many different components to success on Redbubble. There's not going to be just one component. You're not, uploading is just not one of the components. There's so many, and when you put many things together, you're increasing your chances of success. So you can see here, where is it? 4 days, 3 days, 3 days, 3 days, 2 days, 21 hours, 2 hours. So at this point into the game, on this relatively, in my opinion, new store, because it's only a month and 10 days old, if you take away this aspect here, the multiple sales in in 1 day, you're getting roughly a few transactions less than every 24 hours. At maximum, you could see here, 18 hours is the longest period of time in which a sale didn't go through. So always transactions like clockwork are coming in. Now you could just imagine on my other stores how it is. And these stores some of them have matured for over a year. So I just want to be clear on that. So the methods that work, they work for me because I set them up a specific way. Everything, like I said, that I teach in the courses follow the exact same things that I show. Now, how did I make this happen? Like I said, my soup of success. I'll kind of explain what that is. So I'll explain what I do. During the first 30 days, I'm doing two things: Instagram automation and Redbubble Favorite Automator. These are two things that I'm working on. Now, I did, where was it here? I don't want to pull up the other stuff that I'm working on, but here it is, the Redbubble Favorite Automator, for those who don't know, and then you have the follow tools, the comment, the like, etc. So when I do Instagram automation, guys, I've literally created hundreds of videos on this, so it's all there, but the way Instagram automation works is essentially I'm using social media to boost up my account to make money. Now, I know some people are going to ask me, well, what about Twitter? Have you not used Twitter? No, I have not used Twitter, not for this store. Don't get me wrong, I have used it. Not for this specific store because at the time, we didn't have access to these tools, okay? So I want to be clear on that. But the way it works is you use these tools to grow your social media. And just like any other company out there, supplement company, clothing company, whatever company, just like any other business out there, what you're going to do is you're going to use, well, this is what I do, use social media to promote my certain products, my designs that I create. And I put the link in my bio and I put caption, I put the image, and I've shown videos how to do this before. I have a whole demo account on Instagram that I've showed how to do this with. You basically take your resources, your designs, or whatever, use certain softwares to get models, and you do all these. This is basically Instagram promotion, and you're basically promoting your products on Instagram to get you sales. Now, during the first 30-day period, that's going to create a lot of sales for you. I'm going to say probably half or more, and that's kind of what I could say for me. And I'm using Instagram automation. I'm using my Redbubble favorite automator tool, which is essentially the tool that, like I said, I think I just showed it to you guys. This tool right here, the Redbubble favorite automator. If you haven't seen my videos, I've spoken about this before. I've shown this before. Did I go too deep into it? No, I haven't. But basically the way it works is and I've spoken about this in the beginning of the video, but there's a group of people on Redbubble, and I guess you could call them the elites. They don't talk about this. They don't share this information. They use these tools to get other people's attention. Put it that way on Redbubble. You end up getting your attention. You end up favoriting their products. Next thing you know, you're starting to rank slowly. And what that does for you is when you're doing both of these in combination, you're increasing your chance of getting a sale. That's really what it comes down to. Now, here's the thing. With the Redbubble favorite automator, the best way to use this over a long period of time. But the truth is that I'm not logging into these accounts on a daily basis. In fact, after the month is over, I'm only logging in once. So I'm not using the Redbubble favorite automator because I'm onto a new store every month. So what I do is during that period of time, during that period of 30 days, I'm going gung-ho. I'm going crazy hard on that account. Once that account is finished for the 30 days, I don't go back and log into it. I start from scratch. New Redbubble account, favorite automator on a new account, Instagram automation on a new account, completely fresh. During those 30 days, 60 designs per day, which I think I already said this, but 21 designs were already removed. I think that's what the official count was. And then in the future, uploading one per month. Now, a lot of people are going to, well, not a lot of people, not too many people are going to ask this, but some people might say, well, I've been using this tool, or I've been using that tool. How come I don't have the same results? Well, like I said, this is a soup of success. There's many ingredients to the soup. Part of the soup is the information that I've acquired through tagging, titling, and just designing properly. That's one aspect to it. Another aspect is the Instagram growth. Another aspect is the overall umbrella, the category of my specific store. I've said this before, but I don't create a general store. You'll never see on my store a bunch of t-shirts around dogs, and then a bunch of t-shirts around quotes, and then a bunch of t-shirts around landscapes, or pictures of landscape. You're not going to see a whole bunch of different categories. When I create one store, I'm focusing on one category. Now, once again, a soup of success. There's multiple components to the soup. So one is my personal experience and my personal skills of titling and tagging and designing. Those are my personal skills. And part of those skills are being able to tag efficiently, quickly, without having to do the niche research necessarily. And the more designs you create, you get used to that. But I've shown how to do this all in the design course and in the tagging course. So this is nothing new. Everybody who's been watching knows exactly what I'm talking about. And you could watch these videos if you want to learn more about them. Trust me, this is not a idea that doesn't work. This has worked for not only for me, but so many other people. But after the titling, the tagging, all that kind of stuff, the uploading a consistent way, plus the Instagram, plus the Redbubble favorite automator, that's kind of what it does it for me. The social media is just one of the last steps to the equation. But one of the most important steps is the consistency behind doing it every single day for a whole entire month. If you can hold that down for 30 days, I mean, you're going to be in a whole different stratosphere. But once again, this is my soup to success. This is a video I haven't made. I haven't thought about making this, but I will be making a video showing the account in the future, like 2 months, 3 months down the line. How does it look at that point? Does the sales drop? Do they increase? Do they whatever? And I think I actually did something similar to this with the original demo store, which we showed it going from getting the first sale within literally 18 hours of creating the account. Then I showed that week how many sales we got. Then I showed how much we got in that month. And then I showed how much we got like a month later. So I did show that. So relatively similar, but I figured I'd just put this out there, all right? I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out. Bye.